They call her a real-life mermaid, a golden-haired girl with the tail of a fish who swims with sharks and stingrays and makes friends with killer whales and dolphins. She enchants the thousands who come to visit her, but she is no creature of a fairy tale or myth. This is the story of a modern-day mermaid whose life underwater took the world by storm, whose journey proved the incredible ability of the human mind, body, and spirit. This is the story of Mermaid Melissa. Born in St. Augustine in Florida, Melissa Dawn started her life as any other child, but her early years saw her spending more time near the water than any other kid her age. She would spend hours in the pool, be at the beach, or visiting the local water park whenever she could. People started to call her a fish, then a dolphin, and then a mermaid.
I had had the mermaid nickname since I was a kid. One of those reasons is because of the way that I move through the water and how long I can obviously hold my breath. So I think it was like first started out being called a fish, and then it eventually turned into Dolphin Girl, and then Mermaid Girl, and then Mermaid Melissa.
As she grew older, Melissa started to take lessons in modeling for children. By the time she was 15, she knew what she wanted to be. She had visited Universal Studios' Animal Actors show in the local theme park and was fascinated by the animal trainers who would host the show there. She wanted to be like them, an animal trainer. When she approached Universal, they agreed to hire her as a weekend show attendant. For 3 years, Melissa worked there first as a show attendant, then as a cage cleaner, and then in the show role. Finally, her hard work paid off. Universal decided to hire her as a trainer. Melissa had achieved the first dream job in her life. With high school finished around the same time, Melissa went to college to study marine biology. She was working in Universal and starting to become a marine mammal trainer when she again decided to take her life elsewhere. Trained in acting and modeling and fresh in her experience of working in Universal, she decided to head for California. Her goal, to try her luck in the Tinseltown.
I did a lot of convention work and everything from spokesmodeling as a car representative to a lot of swimwear, commercial work, and one year I was on the Disney Cruise Line for a commercial, Sandblast with MTV, and Mortal Kombat, being a snake charmer on the show. There was a movie called Random Hearts with Harrison Ford. I got to be part of that. Sequest was a popular show that aired near my house that I was an extra for, and there's been things like Envy magazine that has published some of my work as a model.
It did not turn out very good in the 1 year Melissa spent in Santa Monica. She learned the harshest truths about the industry and its players. It was a rough ride as she realized not everyone who goes to Hollywood can make it out there. She had done a lot of promotional modeling, infomercials, and extra work in the movie sets, but knew it was a losing battle. Her dream was not going anywhere. Ever determined and never giving up, she knew it was time to return, time to start all over again. Coming back to Florida, Melissa spent the next 2.5 years in different jobs and in different roles, but she was now adrift in life, unable to go where she wanted to be. At one stage, she became a product manager for a large company, but still knew something was missing from her life. Water was calling her. Her opportunity came in 2005 when she joined Florida's SeaWorld, a large public aquatic entertainment venue.
My drive to get back into the water was just calling me. So one of the auditions that my friends were trying to get me to do was a job out at SeaWorld that was pearl diving. And I finally decided to go for it and talked to some people there and met the owner of the company of Aerial Effects. And he heard me out and set me up with an audition, and luckily I aced it and they decided to hire me. So basically that relaunched my whole life on where my direction was going, and it kind of went full circle to being back to the water.
Her first role was the pearl diver, an aquatic entertainer who would jump into a pool and reach the bottom and remain there for long minutes without any breathing apparatus. She would flip 8 times underwater in front of her audience, or hold breath for what would seem like agonizingly long minutes, and still keep swimming, smiling, and waving at her viewers. At other times, she would sit at the bottom of a pool and still be able to exhale 20 bubble rings in one single breath. That same year, Melissa decided to do something that would catapult her into an unprecedented online success. She decided to hold her breath underwater for as long as she could. She later said she decided to do it as a tribute to a friend who had died recently.
Basically, the first time that I had ever held my breath past the 4-minute mark was a random day that I had just decided to hold my breath for 4 minutes. I had held my breath for 3 minutes, no problem, in the past, and had gotten video of that, but this was like a landmark, something that I really wanted to do, and it was something that I was actually like dedicating to my best friend who had died like probably less than a week earlier than that. It's a strange feeling. The first 2 minutes of holding your breath are fun, and then once your mind starts telling you, warning, you kind of need to breathe, that's when it goes into a different mindset for me. Basically have to stop thinking about the fact that you're holding your breath and concentrate on other things, whatever it is that will calm you down, because you have to keep your heart rate low in order to hold your breath. And I'd say probably at like the 3-minute mark, your body just freaks out and is trying to tell you that you could die if you don't come up for air.
Interestingly, some people did not believe it even when they watched the video, but she reckons it's not what they think she was doing.
The fans are always kind of in disbelief. I think since I put out that video of my breath hold of 4 minutes and 18 seconds, it still surprises me how many people don't believe that it's real. 50% of the comments seem to say they think it's fake, and the other 50% believe that it's real. I don't know why someone would put out a video of holding their breath if it wasn't real, because that's an accomplishment that you'd want to be able to share with people.
Even with years of experience, practice and training behind what she did, Melissa now says it was no easy thing to do and discourages others from doing it without proper training or supervision.
I continue to be able to hold my breath for over 4 minutes if I really want to. It's just not something that I recommend that people try to do on a daily basis. I believe it's really not good for you. You know, consistently, if you work your way up to maybe 2 to 3 minutes here and there, that's fine. But something records of 4, 5 or longer, you really have to like watch yourself, because I believe it's been shown that you can get brain damage after 5 minutes. So you have to be careful and you have to be trained for it.
The same year, Melissa decided to go for her professional scuba certification. She was now spending more and more time underwater without any gear, but decided to take the next step anyway. She wanted to reach further down and explore the creatures of the deep.
In 2005, I got PADI certified to be an open water scuba diver, and I went on a lot of dives when I first got certified. My goal behind it was 2 things. It was so that I could pursue my next goal, which I knew was going to be marine mammal training, and also because I love the ocean.
2005 also saw Melissa posting her underwater videos online for the first time. The initial reaction to the YouTube videos was overwhelming. This led her to make more movies of her aquatic performances, and she decided to keep adding and adding to her library of clips.
2005 is when I officially started posting my videos online and started having a following from my aquatic work that I was doing as a freediver. From there, the nickname Mermaid Melissa came along, so much to the point where that's how people knew me.
Since then, Melissa has kept a steady presence in the cyber world, reaching out to millions of viewers around the world. Today, her aquatic entertainment business has a website that spreads her message and features the latest projects. She has a Twitter feed and a Facebook page where she interacts with her fans. Her YouTube channel videos have been watched millions of times.